Hey everyone, it's Anirudh Sabrow here again with IEOR 190G Patent Engineering at UC Berkeley. This will be my fourth and final video of the patent analysis that I'm doing on Motorola Mobility's patent over 3G standards. So as I've been doing in the last three videos, I sort of discussed this patent that's held by Motorola. It's patent US 6246697. It's called a method and system for generating a complex pseudonoise sequence for processing a code division multiple access signal. Again, a mouthful. And essentially what it does is that there's 16 claims and actually four sort of figures that kind of get into exactly what the prior art is and what exactly the communication method for the technology that Motorola has created. This is one of the most fundamental patents that is that underpins sort of 3G. It was actually filed back in 1998 and was issued in 2001. So this is a pretty ancient patent when it comes to 3G, but it is actually integral to the creation of 3G networks as we know them today. And considering how ubiquitous it is, this is one of the sort of seminal patents that created the technology. And in fact, when Google purchased Motorola Mobility a couple months back, this was the patent that was actually tabbed as one of the most important patents that Google was acquiring from Motorola Mobility's patent portfolio. As I've sort of discussed, Judge Thomas Pender from the ITC has actually come down with a decision saying that this was a patent that was infringed by Apple. But there are some complications to see what will happen. Motorola Mobility wants a ban on Apple products in the United States, which is huge and honestly inconceivable. But they have a case. I mean, if they press this to the ITC, they have shown that there is an infringement on Apple products. But again, it's much more likely that some form of licensing or some sort of settlement out of court will ultimately conclude. There's no way that I see iPhones and iPads disappearing off the shelves of stores and online stores. So what's going to happen, essentially, there's going to be a review by an independent 6-person commission that's going to take a look at this decision, and they have to come to a decision by August 23rd whether to uphold or sort of rescind this infringement lawsuit. What could happen is a couple things. Apple could sort of rework their technology so it kind of goes around what Motorola Mobility is claiming. They could get into a licensing agreement. They could acquire another set of patents that can protect Apple. So there's a whole lot of different options, and I think the most extreme one of the Apple products disappearing off our shelves is the one that's not going to happen. So it's kind of interesting and exciting stuff. Let's see where this goes. This is a very important patent. It involves major players, Motorola Mobility, Apple, and Google indirectly, considering that they own Motorola Mobility. But ultimately, very interesting case, very relevant in the news. I hope you enjoyed my patent analysis. It's a very complicated and jargon-heavy patent, but also it is an extremely important one. It's one that's in the news today, and it's one of the most preliminary and fundamental patents for 3G. Well, I hope you enjoyed my videos for this class. I really enjoyed making them. I hope they weren't too boring, but look forward to continuing this conversation at some point. Thanks, guys.